Today, let's talk about interviews. I've had interviews where I feel like I did a good job, and there are interviews I walk out feeling like a piece of shit. My first job was when I was 16 years old. I've had many different types of jobs. The food industry, worked at cafes, at restaurants, university offices, cafeterias. I've done it all. Now I'm very happily working at Disney, my dream company, and it took me years of practice to really hone my interview skills. These skills really did help me elevate my interview experience, and I believe these helped me get to where I am today. I want to share with you all the tips and skills I've gained throughout the years of interviewing, so you don't have to spend as much time as I did just sharing all my secrets out. You want to hear this? In this video, I'll be sharing with you 4 interview tips that can help you crush your next interview. So if you're prepping for an interview that's coming up, this is the perfect video for you. Without further ado, let's dive in. My tip number 1 is to be authentically yourself. Now, a lot of people might say, I can't be myself in interviews because I have to show off my best self and I have to be somewhat perfect to the employer. Well, you have to be professional, right? You have to show your experience and be able to demonstrate your skills to be able to take on this role. There is some kind of you presenting yourself, right? But we're not wearing masks here. We are who we are, and employers are not hiring robots. They really want to see who you are as a person. I feel like for a lot of the interviews that I've experienced, they're trying to feel out your vibe instead of purely focusing on your past experiences, how you react to things, your thought process, and really your personality, what vibe you bring to the table. So I always encourage people to not be afraid to be who you are while maintaining your professionalism. Professionality? Is that a word? Professionalism. To be who you are and maintain a level of professionalism. I'm just gonna call it that. The subtitles will fix it for me. Of course you gotta dress up for an interview. You don't want to be wearing your bikini, right? That's inappropriate. But during the interview, instead of trying to be this perfect person who nobody really is, sprinkle in some of your personality into the interview. I love to bake and I make YouTube videos, things like that. Something that really shows who you are. I want to encourage you to not be afraid to say something that represents yourself. I don't want you to be packaging yourself into this perfect persona. For employers, they really want to know who they're really working with. And by being yourself, you're setting yourself for success, because if you get hired for the role and you join the team, you don't want to keep the mask on and try to act in the way that you presented yourself in your interview. Because if you're going to work in that job for a very long time, it would really suck for you even to, pretend to be someone else. I'd rather you be yourself at the initial interview, and if things work out, you can comfortably be yourself and have your personality really shine in the job. Tip number 2 is to know the role inside out. Generic answers won't cut it. Before you go into the interview, I want you to be very familiar with the job description to the point where you can almost remember it word for word. Just kidding, you don't have to. But you know what I mean, right? Knowing the job very well, know exactly what they're looking for, know the specific skills that's needed, really lock in on the required skills section, because that's what they're really looking for. And in the interview, try to align your answers to what they're looking for, but stay truthful. You don't want to lie in your interview. Don't lie, guys. Please don't lie. Highlight a past experience that matches their need. When I interviewed for my current role at Disney, I would speak about my experience with YouTube, but I won't say anything that I've never done to align with what they need. So knowing the job description and knowing their goal is really going to help you excel in the interview. Preparation makes you stand out. So show them respect and put in the effort. Tip number 3, dress to impress. So what should you wear to an interview? So here's the rule. You always want to overdress than underdress. Don't just assume the vibe is going to be chill. There are chill interviews out there, but don't always assume that. Sometimes you'll be surprised to walk into an interview room with people fully dressed in suits and ties, and you want to match that. Professionalism is always safe. Even for virtual interviews, make sure that you are in a clean environment, no distractions, no one's gonna come bother you. You have a clear background. If your background is messy, put on a virtual one, please. Just put an effort into your appearance. Not only it's going to help you present better to your employer, it's gonna make you feel better too. So when I put on my outfit for my interview, I would look myself in the mirror and think, oh wow, this person looks very professional. Dressing up helped me boost my confidence a lot, and it saved me from misjudging the vibe. The big takeaway here is that your outfit speaks before you do. That's the first thing your employer gonna see, even before you talk. Do you want to underdress and try to lift yourself up by the way you talk? You might be really good at the interview skills, but don't forget the way you present yourself is the first thing employers see. So if you show up as a person that's, less professional, you're gonna have to make it up during the interview as you speak, and that's making your life harder. So why would you want to do that? Better to look too professional than not enough. My tip number 4 here is very psychological. Thanks to my bachelor's in psychology, is to admit when you're nervous. We're all human. We have a soul. We have blood in us. We're not robots. So it is completely okay to say that you're nervous. This is something that not a lot of people do because they try to present themselves in a way that shows, I'm confident, I can do this, I know all my answers, I am not nervous at all. If you can do that, that's fine, that's perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. But for those who get anxious, like me, before an interview, I get so anxious. I do all these power poses before going into my interview, and I still get nervous. If trying to answer a hard question makes you really nervous, just tell the employer that you're nervous. Being nervous shows that you care about this job. Being nervous shows you want to do well in this interview. This makes you human, relatable, and shows you want the opportunity. So next time if you're nervous, try saying this. Sorry, I'm really nervous. I really want to do well in this interview. Please bear with me for a little bit. Sometimes by saying it out loud can actually help you strengthen your connection with your employer. So my tips for interviewing for a job is be authentically yourself, know the role inside out, dress to impress, and admit when you're nervous. Or be a human, let's just say that. These tips and skills helped me land my dream job at my dream company after many years of making mistakes, failures, and practice. And here's the thing, interviews are indeed a skill. You get better the more you do them. So if you think you made a mistake at an interview, that's fine. You're learning. Just know what you did wrong and learn from that and do better next time. There's always going to be a next time, and when the time and opportunity is right, you're going to be able to crush it. Trust yourself, alright? In the comments below, I want to hear all of your wins and fails at interviews. I bet there's gonna be a lot of fun stories to read, and let's build a conversation there. If you find today's video helpful, feel free to give it a like and subscribe for similar content in the future. On my channel, I share about career advice, college advice, time management, self-growth, chasing passion, and all that jazz. If you're interested to learn about 5 low-cost self-investments you can make, check out this video right here. And until then, I'll see you next time.